Hey guys, back with the sales for this weekend. And it's just me, Cameron. Usually Linda's here, but she's not feeling well today, so she's not going to be out here. It'll just be me showing you what's sold in our online store. These are sales from Friday through Sunday. We buy stuff at garage sales, thrift stores, and estate sales, try to sell it online for a profit. We try to obviously buy as low as we can. Not as low. Sometimes we'll pay up a little bit, but buy enough where we can make some profit, pay for some bills around here, do a couple extra things with our family. That's how we kind of make some extra money as our side hustle. We have a pretty good weekend here. We try to get $400 a day, so 400 times 3 would be 1,200. Today we actually got to 1,227. So Friday was really good. Saturday was pretty solid. Sunday's been kind of a little bit slower. Started off well, but kind of died at the end here. There's still a little bit of time left. Maybe some else will come through, but we did make our goal, which is great, especially when things have been a little bit rough for other people selling on eBay. Let's get into it though. 28 items for 12.27 or whatever I said what it was. The first item was on Poshmark. Oddly enough, it is a game Genie. We had bought a bunch of these. I think we got like 28 of them or something like that for couple $100, $150, $180, something like that. They were all legit. We only got one back, I think, and as a return they said it didn't work. Everyone else worked. This is our last one to sell. It's sold on Poshmark for $23 plus shipping, so very cool. They all sold for around $23 free shipping on eBay, but Posh we add shipping on, and then we can take some offers and low balls and stuff. We can make it work, but that one sold for full price, so that was cool. Back with our eBay sales. The first one is this set of Cleveland Tour Action irons here. I think it's a 3-through pitching wedge. Is that right? Yes. 3-through pitching wedge. Went to a community sale late in the day. It was like 12 o'clock or something like that. They were kind of wrapping up. First sale when you drive in, right there. I see a golf bag. I pop out of my kids were in the car. Of course, they don't like to go if they don't see any toys. So they said we parked right in front of the thing. I hop out. I see the bag. She wanted $40. It had those golf clubs, some Cleveland drivers, some pitching wedges, some other stuff. Paid $40. This set of Cleveland irons sold for $116 shipped. I'm guessing it'll probably cost around $15 to $20 to ship those. So cost a little bit, but we'll still make plenty of profit on that one. Plus, we've already sold, I think, one other club from there. We have a couple more to go, so that was good. Next eBay sale is a Tamagotchi from all of our... there was some McDonald's like this one, but most of them were Burger King or Carl's Jr. or Jack in the Box. Here's a Tamagotchi though. If you get these, they do sell, especially if you have all of them. This one sold for $8.49, not a whole lot. Then we had a repeat buyer come through, and I don't know if they bought the same tool before, but they bought 2 of these Sunin AL2 expanding, what they called bushing expanders. I'm looking down on my computer because I have to look at the prices and everything, but one of them is brand new, one of them is used. They paid $180 for the new one, and they paid $100 for the used one. So really great sale there. That really helped our weekend, obviously, if you're looking at the numbers. And then we sold something that was pretty cool as well. This is a little Easter bunny. Can't really, it's a little Easter bunny with a carrot, little pin there. I guess it's really maybe not even an Easter bunny, just a bunny. Bought a bunch of pins for I think like $4 for like 8 of them or 10 of them or something like that. This one sold for $18 shipped. It is AJMC is the marking. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a brand or something, but the person said they had that exact pin, lost it, and they bought the same one again. So they were excited to have it. With pins like that, I don't know a lot about them. There are some really good ones that sell well. There's some that probably are not worth so much. So don't go crazy, or find someone who knows more. We got a bunch of free purses and some shoes and clothes from a family friend who was just trying to sell them on locally, and then just said, I don't want to deal with them anymore. Just take them, donate them. I don't even want to deal with the donations. You can sell them, great. Donate them, whatever. Because I know we drop stuff off all the time. This is a Coach. I think it's a Hampton is the brand. It's just a black bag here. And this one sold for $55 shipped. It is going global shipping program, though. The buyer went back and forth with Linda a little bit. Because I guess for the fees or whatever, they needed to have it at a certain price. So it worked out. Again, it was free. So that was awesome. Went to a reseller, and she sells on eBay still. And she had a bunch of remotes out there, and 2 bags of them. One for $4, one for $3. I got them both. This one was in the $4 one, and this one sold within a day or two for $20. So she said the stuff she had wasn't worth her time or whatever. So I guess that wasn't. But for me, it was. $20 for one remote. I'm good with that. We got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles PS2 game. This one sold for $14 shipped. Not a whole lot, but it did sell. Do not pick these up unless you know they work or they're brand new. This is a Sears Craftsman. They're really cool, like little saw blade clocks here. Paid $5. It is in the box, but it is not brand new. It does work, but I've bought a couple that haven't worked before, and that one sold for $26 shipped. So even working, it didn't sell for that much. I would have not have picked it up if I could again, unless it was brand new. Got a little pack of cards here. Ducere, Judes, Province, I don't know. Little stack of cards. This sold for like $18 shipped. I have 2 of them, but I think I paid $1 a piece. We part out vacuum stuff. You guys have seen us part out the canister vacuums by Kenmore. They're like the ones you pull on the ground. They have like a little floor nozzle, a hose, a wand. And inside the canister are usually these attachments. They kind of fit inside the top of the canister. We pulled these off one of the canister vacuums that we had, and these sold for $25 shipped. So a good way to make a few extra bucks on the canister vacuum. We've been selling through our Nike socks. These are the Flight Cruise men's with the little Jordan logo. These sold for $21 shipped, and it actually is just one pair of socks, guys. A lot of money, though. We gave some to my son as well, and he was super excited, so he got himself enough to get him through the week. Then we sold another golf club. This is a Big Bertha Fusion. Little 3-wood here. This one sold for $34 shipped, so not a whole lot, but still pretty good. We want to be over 30 for our golf club just because of the cost of shipping and everything. DS Light, this is the red one. I really like this color on this one with the red and the black. This one is broken. The hinge is broken on it, and I think there's something else wrong. I think with the screen or whatever, but this one sold for $32 shipped. I think I paid $4 or $5 for it. They didn't know if it worked. I knew the hinge had an issue, but it didn't work at all, and that one sold for $32. So even the old handhelds that are broken can sell very well for parts. So, you know, if you can look up the price and get it for a good price, it might still be worth it. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I remember watching this show quite a bit. It used to come on, was it WB? Is that what it was? I don't know what station it was, but anyway, channel. There's 2 seasons, season 1 and 4, kind of a random set, but it only sold for $15. So get those out of here. And then when I bought a $50 DS the other day, it came with a bunch of games for Game Boy Advance. Super Mario World. That one sold for $24 shipped. We had a bunch of these walkie-talkies. I sold a set of 2 or 3 of them already, and then I found the last one. Sold it for $20 by itself. Does not come with the actually rechargeable battery. It comes with, this one does work with AA's, but there's a rechargeable battery pack, but I don't have it. But that one sold for $20 shipped. Those Midland ones, some of them do really well. Walkie-talkies, though, are one of those things where I'd say there's a good success rate. Sometimes some of them don't work, so just be careful. Here's Willie and Millie. They're little, you probably can't see them that well, but like the little penguin, whoops, caught it. Salt and pepper shakers. I forgot what brand they are. I don't know if it's like Marlboro or what, but I thought it was a smoking brand, a cigarette brand, but I'm not sure. But they're little ones. They came in a bunch of stuff that we got for free. They sold for $12 shipped. Super Mario World 3D World for Wii U. Not a very valuable game, disc only. That one was like $1 and it sold for $10.79. And then another game from that little DS buy. This is a No Rules Get Fat, I think. Is that what it is? It's a weird name, but that sold for $20 or $10 shipped. I have a Shark, a lift away. It's like a little cover that goes in the front of the Shark vacuum. I cannot find it. It's like a little kind of rounded at the bottom, almost like a little shield looking thing. Pretty small. I know it's around here somewhere, but it's $18 shipped. I just got to find it. So maybe we have it set aside somewhere because we may have had 2 of them. We had to confirm which one we bought or sold already, but it's somewhere. So here's a pair of True Religions. These are the Ricky short jeans or whatever. They're brand new with tag. They were $20 plus tax at Ross, I believe, and they sold for $58 shipped, which I was okay with. I was hoping to get at least 50 something for them. Again, it is retail arbitrage, so you're obviously not always gonna have the best margins, but those have sold pretty well. They had a retail price of $120. A Batman comic from all the Batman comics we bought from our friend. This is the New Adventures number 408, sold for like $14. Not a whole lot, but it did sell. These were cool, and I was bummed because I could have had another one. These are Energy Smart Power Planners, if you can see those right here. I guess they're something that they're for household appliances. They can save you money on utility. I guess they usually come in a 3-pack from what I found online, or at least a lot of people are selling them like that. I went to a garage sale. The guy had a ton of stuff, and I picked up one of these. Another guy picked up one, and I was like, oh, great, he's got one. I need that one to put it together because I saw they sell. While selling one individually, just not really worth it because of how big they are. But then when I went over to where he was after he moved and he's holding one, I found another one. So then I had two, and I was like, man, if I had that third one, that would be great. But unfortunately, he did want to buy it, so he got himself one. I got two for 10, and they sold for $45 shipped. They actually weigh like nothing, so they're not a really heavy item, but probably will still cost around $14 to ship them, I'm thinking. But we'll still make some money and get them out of it. And they were really quick sale. My favorite sale of the weekend probably is this Martha window grommet panel. The Windsor Wave is what it's called. It's brand new. This was from Saver. I think I paid $10 for it. For some reason, this is how I know that I am a nerd about reselling, is because I get excited about like weird stuff, like selling plates and stuff or whatever, or selling like random CDs and selling like curtains, because they're like dead stock curtains, and I'm like, man, I just made this sold $50, you know? And it could sit for a while. When you buy this kind of stuff, it doesn't always move quick, but I'm like, I'll take a chance. We got room, $10, and it sold for 50. Really great sale there. It'll probably cost, you know, $8 to $10 to ship it. We'll make $20. And I'm happy with that, you know, and it gets it out of here and hopefully goes to a good home. Speaking of CDs, a random CD that sold. This is Progress by the RX Bandits. There's a crack to the front here. Just a random CD. It is signed by the people in there, the artist. This one sold for $52 shipped. Just from a random CD buy, you know, something that we've gotten. I don't really think the individual CD is worth a lot, but I do check them every once in a while, look for autographs, because I found some that have them, and it's been pretty profitable. And our last item is this record here. Evil Vere, I think is what it is, the name of the record. It's one of the Latin ones. You can see it's got damage on the top here because it's got like some tape. So this is not the greatest, you know, sleeve here or whatever. But this came from a $30 box of vinyl that we had. Almost all of it was like Spanish or Latin music. A lot of it we actually sold for, I think, $25. I went through all of it, pulled what I wanted, then listed everything I had left on Facebook Marketplace, and someone gave me $25 within like a couple hours for all of it. So I was only in everything for $5, and I ended up selling this probably makes it about $200 so far in sales, and I have probably 20 more records to sell from that. This one sold for $70 shipped. It's one of the better ones. We sold a set for, I think, $65 the other day. We sold one for $40. I think we sold one for $20. So I think we're probably close. If we're not there, we're close to $200 in sales. So really great, and I have a bunch more to go. Can be a little bit slower, the Latin vinyls, but again, still happy to get them out of here. So that's it. Not too bad of a packing day. Only 28 sales, but we made our goal, which is great. I'm gonna get all this packed up. I know I'm talking fast, but I am tired already, and I gotta get all this packed up before bed and work tomorrow, Monday, and the kids go back to school from spring break, all those fun things. So thank you guys. We'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.